Здравствуйте. Ты вообще молодец. Вау. Опасный? Любой хакер автоматически умеет взламывать все за пару секунд, да? Ну хорошо, здорово. О, вау, вы видели эти бедра? Нам надо, наверное... Слушай, мне кажется, мы правильно идем. Мне кажется, нам в какой-то момент надо будет заминировать эту штуку все-таки и взорвать. Давай посмотрим, что мы здесь можем сделать. Взломал. Да. Красавчик. Бинго. Так не говорят, да, в России? Бинго. Точку, в десятку. Так.
The secret behind the new nuclear weapon.
Новым?
Just as I thought, the nuclear warhead is designed to be fired from the railgun like a projectile. It doesn't use fuel, so it isn't considered a missile. That way it can get around all sorts of international treaties.
Законно, типа?
Pretty sneaky. Yes, but effective. And that's not even the scariest thing about this weapon.
Так.
I can't wait to hear this. It's a stealth weapon.
Ага, так никто и не узнает, что ракета приближается. Такие технологии, да? Открывающиеся двери и так далее. Какой год на дворе?
Oh yeah, that makes sense. But unlike a missile, the railgun doesn't burn any propellant, so it can't be detected by any current ballistic missile detection systems.
Это типа как рогатка, да, такая просто?
Totally impossible to intercept. And on top of that, it's got a surface-piercing warhead designed to penetrate hard.
Наверное, может, я неправильно понял.
Yeah, we learned that lesson in the Gulf War. This thing could mean the end of the world. It's the ultimate weapon. And from a political point of view, it avoids the problem of nuclear reduction and nuclear inspections. Colonel, is this true? Are you listening? I'm listening. If word of this got out, it could delay the signing of the START 3 treaty and cause a huge international incident. Yeah, it would be nasty. The United States would be denounced by the UN. It could even bring the president down. Did you know this, Colonel? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Никогда. Да.
I won't make any excuses.
Да.
Snake, listen to me.
Ты должен был подумать об этом, когда ты первый раз накосячил.
You mean they ran a computer model? Yeah, that's why they were conducting this exercise. They needed to get actual experimental data to back up the simulation. What were the results of the exercise? It looks like it went better than they hoped for, but I can't find the data anywhere on this network. You'd think the data as important as that would be carefully recorded.
Да.
It was. President Baker
По-любому на этом диске все есть.
What? Do you still have it? No. Ocelot took it from me. Damn. The terrorists have replaced the dummy warhead with a real warhead.
Я не знал.
Once they input the detonation codes, they should
Когда он его пытал, он забрал диск.
Well, the dummy warhead was designed to be identical to the real thing, so I think so. Did you find out how to override it yet? Not yet. It must be in a separate file. Right now I'm looking through all of Baker's personal files. We're counting on you.
Давай посмотрим. Блин, как посмотреть-то туда? Подожди. Все. Давай.
Snake, did you find it? No, I haven't found out about the override system yet. But I found Baker's ulterior motive.
Я хотел ему захват сделать, его усмирить.
Well, that's part of it. Armstech is in much worse financial trouble than I thought. I know they lost their bid to make the next generation fighter jet. That plus the reduction in SDI spending. It looks like there was even some talk of a hostile takeover. Everything was riding on this project, I guess. And it looks like we were paying a lot of bribe money to the DARPA chief. Bribe money, huh? Yeah. And Baker was a big proponent of the nuclear deterrent theory. I see. So anyway, what about the override?
Так много этих.
Just give me a little bit longer.
Интересная информация, которая понятна, наверное, становится людям, которые чуть лучше разбираются. Давай мы его вот так. А, мы его убили, блин. Ладно. Так не хотел никого убивать в этой игре. Не додумался чуть-чуть. Опа. Кидай сразу грену туда.
Okay, I've entered the PAL codes and disengaged the safety device.
Ага.
We can launch anytime.
There's still no response from Washington. It looks like we'll have to show them that we mean business.
Да, никто тебя особо всерьез не воспринимает, видимо.
No.
Чего?
There's been a change. The new target is Locknor, China.
Why, boss?
I'm sure neither you nor Mr. Golukovich would really like to see a nuclear bomb dropped on your motherland, right?
Он живой, что ли?
But why? There's nothing there.
Wrong. It's a nuclear test site.
A nuclear test site?
If we nuke a major population center, the game's over. But a nuclear explosion at a test site can still be concealed from the public. Meanwhile, Washington will be worried about the retaliatory strike from China.
Интересная
Probably
мысль.
mean top secret talks between both countries' leaders.
Of course. And in the process, the president will be forced to divulge the existence of a new and highly destabilizing nuclear weapon to the Chinese. What do you think that will do to the US's reputation?
Чувак, не глупый.
And with the CTBT, that means that China and India. I see.
Yes. When the other countries hear about this new weapon, they'll all want to contact us. Washington won't be very happy when we start selling their own system to the highest bidders. Yes.
И тогда они выполнят ваши
Will
требования.
break. He will give in to our demands.
Big boss's DNA and $1 billion. $1 billion?
That money will be used to cure our genome soldiers as well. I'm also including the Fox dye vaccine in our demands.
Fox dye. It killed Octopus and the Armstech president.
Ага, теперь они его
So it's
называют
true that it
Октопус.
affects older people first. Mantis might not have been affected because he wore a mask.
Wolf wasn't infected either. Perhaps due to those tranquilizers she always took.
Something to do with the adrenaline level in the blood.
Интересно.
Maybe it's just because this Fox dye was still experimental and they haven't worked out all the bugs yet.
Bugs.
In any case,
Да.
have you heard from your friend, Colonel Sergei Golukovich, at the Spetsnaz?
Горлюкович.
He still has doubts about the ability of Metal Gear. He said we can talk after Metal Gear's test launch is successful.
He's a very prudent man.
There's
that.
nothing to worry about. The Colonel wants Metal Gear and a new nuclear weapon so bad he can taste it. If Russia wants to regain its position as a military superpower, they need to reinforce their nuclear arsenal. They need a nuclear
Неужели
weapon
нельзя
that
как-то
can't be
иначе?
intercepted. Metal Gear will allow them to gain first strike capability over the rest of the world.
Their regular army is in shambles, and they think they can restore their country's military power with nuclear weapons?
Да, дружище.
He's no warrior. He's a
Видимо, других
politician.
путей люди не
He's
видят.
the one who gave us the Hind and most of our other heavy firepower.
He's got over
Вертолет.
1,000 soldiers under his command. If we join forces, we could put up quite a resistance here. Since Mantis died, the genome soldiers' brainwashing has started to wear off. I'm worried about the men's morale. An alliance with the Russians would boost that as well.
What do you say?
We're
Интересно.
not going anywhere. We're going to dig in here.
We could still escape.
We've got the most powerful weapon ever made, and we're about to ally with Golukovich's forces.
Are you going to fight the whole world?
What's wrong with that? We can launch a nuclear warhead at any target on this planet. A nuclear warhead invisible to radar. And on top of that, this base is full of spare nuclear warheads. Once we get the DNA and the money, the world will be ours.
Опасный мужик.
About your promise to
Слишком
Colonel Golukovich?
I have no
амбициозный.
interest in the revival of Mother Russia.
You're not thinking of reviving Big Boss's dream.
From today, call this place Outer Heaven.
Внешний рай.
Boss's dream.
Outer.
But boss, you're not worried about the PAL being overridden.
Мне кажется, что он
It'll
мозговитый.
be deactivated.
No need to worry. The DARPA chief and the Armstech president are both dead.
О, они меня видят.
Snake know how the override system works?
You interrogated him, don't you know?
You didn't have any keys on him.
Good. Then no one can stop Metal Gear now.
By the way, what should we do with that woman?
А, она все еще у них.
Want me to kill her?
Let her live. She's Campbell's niece, and Snake cares for her. We'll keep her as our ace in the hole.
Ace in the hole. Туз. Туз. Да, запоздно. Карта в рукаве. Правильно перевели. Мне кажется, что он умный, и если бы он был чуть менее жадный, у него бы все получилось. Обычно умные люди чуть-чуть осознают, что если я пойду там слишком много откусить захочу, то я не смогу это проглотить.
If you insert the keys when the warhead is active, you deactivate it. And if you insert them when it's inactive, it becomes activated. And you can only use the keys once.
Only once, huh?
Yeah. You better get started. We don't have much time.
Давай.
But it takes 3 keys, right? I've only got 1 of them.
Hold on a minute. You see, that's the trick. You already have all 3 keys.
What are you talking about?
The card key is made of a shape memory alloy.
Shape memory alloy?
Yes. It's a material that changes shape at different temperatures. The key is made out of it.
This card key?
Yeah. The card key changes shape at different temperatures.
Не совсем понял.
So this key is actually 3 keys in 1.
Ну ладно.
Clever.
То есть у меня одна карта, которая...
Can you see the input terminals in the center of the control room?
I see them.
Those 3 laptop terminals are for the emergency input. There should be a symbol on each screen. Each symbol corresponds to a different key.
Сейчас бы не накосячить.
Keys in order from left to right. The left one's for the room temperature key. See the symbol? Next to that goes the low temperature key. The one on the right is the high temperature key.
Понятно.
Okay, I got it. First, I change the shape of the card, and then I input them in order, right?
That's right. All you do is insert the card keys. After you insert the key into the module, a hard disk reads the information contained on it. Once you've finished with all 3 terminals, the code input process is complete. But here's the thing. You can only use the key 3 times. It's an emergency system. It's only meant to be used once.
The world is riding on that key, Snake.
Who's that?
Он меня не видел?
Damn.
Офигенно. Я думал, они все это время знали, но у них был этот... Что, серьезно? Так далеко?
This is bulletproof glass. There's no way in. I'll enjoy watching you die.
Snake, you've got to get that key.
Да, по-любому. Я, короче, думаю, что нам надо вниз в любом случае спуститься. Ай-яй-яй. Че, он за мной пойдет? О, подожди. Подожди. Все, лестница — это препятствие непроходимое. Блин, этот чувак, мы же его вроде вырубали, я не знаю, что он такой живучий. Нам надо спуститься в самый низ, я думаю. Ага, все. Это карта, которая нам была нужна. Давай. И берем карту быстренько. У меня карта сейчас какой там цвет стоит? Желтый. Давай быстренько. Тут нету какого-то этого таймера. Тут сам все делает. Ну давай. Тебя... Как будто камера его все равно видит.
Okay, that takes care of PAL code number 1.
Давай. Как теперь сделать код номер 2?
Now PAL number 2. Freeze the key.
Freeze the key. Заморозить карту. И что мне с этим сделать? Наверное, в холодильник вернуться. Все, теперь мы берем эту карту. Ждем, пока она замерзнет. Мне нужен телепорт между локациями. У вас будет телепорт, потому что я, скорее всего, беготню все буду вырезать. Бам. Синюю. Давай. И нам останется только нагреть карту и использовать ее 3-й раз. И мы сможем отключить. Отлично. Да.
Okay, there goes pal code number 2. Next comes pal number 3. Warm the key.
Да. Warm the key. Разогреваем карту. О, охранники появились. Вырубили. Почему-то тревога, да? Несмотря на то, что мы охранников всех вырубили, все равно включается тревога.
Snake, it's about Naomi Hunter. You
Так.
should talk to the colonel. He's looking into it.
Он ему не верит.
Okay, it's off. No one else can hear us. Go ahead.
Так.
Sorry, but I didn't want the colonel.
Полковник какой-то такой тоже.
What's up? I've got a good friend in the Pentagon. Yeah. He's the one who told me about it. It looks like the DIA recently developed a new type of assassination weapon. An assassination weapon? Snake, have you ever heard of something called Fox Die?
Что-то они об этом говорили, да? Вот эти двое.
Fox Die. Liquid and the others were talking
Да,
about
да,
it.
да.
Yeah. It's some kind of virus that targets specific people.
Ох,
I
что
don't know all the
вирусы.
details, but what are you trying to say? It's too similar. What is? The cause of death. Didn't the Arms Tech president and the DARPA chief, I mean, Decoy Octopus, die of something that looked like a heart
Они
attack?
были заражены, да?
Well, apparently, Fox Die kills its victims by simulating a heart
Как
attack.
тетрадь смерти, да?
No.
Light.
You're telling me that Naomi was behind it? Snake, try to remember. Did Naomi give you some kind of injection? Nanomachines. She was in the best position to have done it, but I don't know what her motive was.
Когда мы были на
Does the colonel
пытках.
know? I'm not sure. But he still hasn't questioned her.
Он странный
Okay,
мужик вообще.
I'll ask him
У него
myself.
такая ответственность, и он рискует.
What's new with the Naomi situation?
I just placed Naomi
А,
under
ну ладно.
arrest.
Хотя бы
Arrest?
так.
She was sending coded messages towards the Alaskan base. I didn't want to believe it, but she must be working with the terrorists.
Почему? Какая разница на твои личные
Afraid
мотивы?
so. She's being interrogated now.
What kind of interrogation?
Well, I'd like to avoid the rough stuff, but we don't even have any sodium pentothal here.
Call me if you find out anything. So it's true, isn't it? Naomi, I can't believe it. That means the Fox Die vaccine must be around somewhere. Listen, I've got bigger things to worry about. But Snake, you might be infected too, you
Да,
know.
скорее
All I
всего.
can do is leave it up to the Colonel.
Да, пока у нас дела поважнее, типа. Пока нам надо разогреть карточку. Тут нет микроволновки, можно я просто используюсь? Короче, мы добежали до локации с лавой. Теперь мы разогреваем карточку. И потом мы вернемся обратно к нашему любимому Metal Gear'у. Можно поискать Терминатора. Ты тут, братан? Эй, 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 я знаю, ты здесь. Смотри, они нормально так ко мне относятся. Даже не боятся присесть рядом. Опа.
Snake, can you hear me?
Здрасте.
It's Naomi.
Да, я вижу.
Naomi, what the hell?
Campbell and the others are busy right now. I'm on a different codec.
Naomi, is what the Colonel says true?
Yes. But not everything I said was a lie.
Who are you?
I don't know myself. I don't know my real name or even what my parents looked like. I bought all my identification. But my reason for getting into genetics was true.
'Cause you want to know yourself, right?
That's right. I want to know where I came from. My age, my race, anything.
Ладно.
I was found in Rhodesia sometime in the 80s. A dirty little orphan.
Rhodesia? What's now known as Zimbabwe?
Yes.
Zimbabwe.
Rhodesia was owned by England until 1965, and there were lots of Indian laborers
Она не
around.
выглядит как
That's probably where I got my skin color from, but I'm not even sure about that.
Naomi, you're too worried about the past. Isn't it enough to understand who you are now?
Understand who I am now? Why should I? No one else tries to understand me.
А чё, они
I
все
was
должны тебя
alone for
понимать?
so long,
Все мы такие.
until I met my big brother. And him.
Многие
Your big brother.
Yes.
не находят понимания в
Frank
обществе.
Yeager.
What?
He was a young soldier when he picked me up near the Zambezi River. I was half dead from starvation, and he shared his rations with me. Yes, Frank Yeager. The man who you destroyed was my brother and my only family.
No.
Из прошлых игр.
Gray Fox?
А, нет, Серый
We
Лис.
survived that hell together, Frank and I. He protected me. He's my one connection. The only connection I have to my past.
And he
Хорошо,
went back
когда
to
люди друг к другу
America.
хорошо относятся и
No.
ищут понимания.
I was in
Не всегда
Mozambique when he came.
получается, но
Who is he?
нельзя вешать
You
нос.
mean Big Boss?
Yes. He brought us to this land of freedom, this America.
This America.
And then he and my brother went back to Africa to continue the war. And that's when it happened.
М-м.
You killed my benefactor and sent my brother home a cripple. I vowed revenge and joined Foxhound. I knew it was my best chance to meet you, and I prayed for the day that I would.
Поэтому она к нему так
So,
плохо
were your prayers answered?
относится. Часто
Yes.
намекала.
I waited 2 long years.
To kill me? Is that all you cared about?
Yes, that's right. 2 years. You were all I thought about for 2 long years. Like some kind of twisted obsession.
Do you still hate me?
Да, это надо отпускать.
Not exactly. I was
Это тяжело.
partly wrong about you.
What about Liquid and the others?
I'll have my revenge on them too.
Месть?
You didn't kill that doctor too, did you? The one that used Gray Fox for his genome experiments?
Dr. Clark? No. That was my brother. Afterwards, I covered it up and helped him hide out.
So that ninja, I mean Gray Fox, he's come here to kill me?
I don't think so. I think he just came here to fight you. I wasn't sure before, but now I think I understand. A final battle with you. That's all he lives for. I'm sure of it.
Fox, no.
Странно, что люди живут ради насилия.
Naomi,
Да?
tell me something.
Это как-то тяжелая
About
жизнь.
Fox die?
Ставить своей целью насилие.
Fox die is a type of retrovirus that targets and kills only specific people. First, it infects the macrophages in the victim's body. Fox die contains smart enzymes created through protein engineering. They're programmed to respond to specific genetic patterns in the cells.
Those enzymes recognize the target's DNA?
Right. They respond by becoming active and using the macrophages. They begin creating TNF-epsilon.
Ладно.
It's a type of cytokine, a peptide which causes cells to die. The TNF-epsilon is carried along the bloodstream to the heart, where they attach to the TNF receptors in the heart cells.
Не
And
очень
then
хорошо.
they cause a heart attack?
The heart cells suffer a shock and undergo an extreme apoptosis. Then, the victim dies.
Apoptosis? You mean the heart cells commit suicide?
Саморазрушается. Да, больше подходит.
What?
You must have programmed that thing to kill me too.
Она могла
right?
просто его этой штукой убить сразу.
Do I still have time?
No.
Naomi, I don't blame you for wanting me dead, but I can't go yet. I still have a job to do.
Listen, Snake. I'm not the one who made the decision to use Fox die.
Huh? You weren't?
No,
Еще кто-то?
you were injected with Fox die as a part of this operation. I just wanted to let you know that.
Типа его не собирались оттуда забирать.
No, that's not the whole truth.
Опять пианинка заходит.
The real thing I wanted to tell you was... Snake,
Hey, what are you doing?
Snake!
О, ее убили.
Naomi!
Snake, I can't allow Naomi to make any more unauthorized transmissions.
What?
Naomi's been removed from this operation.
What happened to Naomi? What did she mean when she said that Fox Die was a part of this operation? Colonel, let me talk to her.
I won't. She's under arrest.
Colonel, you double-crossed me.
Snake, there's no time for that.
Он очень,
Right now,
да.
your job is to
А
stop
что если я не
Metal Gear.
сделаю этого?
Okay, Snake?
Нет, в смысле, ну ты ведь совсем как бы, как с ним, обошелся, как с последним каким-то пушечным мясом, отправил его на смерть. А чё если я откажусь, ты без меня ничего не сделаешь? Сейчас что будет? Это война, взрывы? Я тебе нужен, ты должен сотрудничать? Офигеть.